Welcome to Bastard Quest. I'm the Game Bastard Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.
Today we are playing Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, a grim world of perilous adventure. This is the 4th edition of the Warhammer Fantasy Role-Playing game, one of my favorite RPGs of all time.
Yay.
I have heard of it.
So, normally before we play a game, we record a session 0, and we drop that for our Patreon members. With this one, we're going to record it and drop it for everyone to hear. So if you've been wondering, what does a Bastard Quest Patreon episode sound like? It will sound like this.
Sucks.
That's all we do is suck.
That's just because I added them instead of Corey.
That's right.
So we're going to make characters in Warhammer Fantasy 4th edition. You can generate characters completely randomly in this system, and I suspect that's what most of the guys around the table will want to do.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sure.
If you're not familiar with this RPG, it's a role-playing game set in the Warhammer Fantasy Miniatures setting, the old world setting, which I think they're bringing back. It went away, and then they got Age of Sigmar, and now it's coming back. And it's essentially a high fantasy version of the Holy Roman Empire, Germany, the Middle Ages, or more Renaissance, I guess, because there's guns and burgers and...
Oh,
I like burgers.
Yeah. Not the burger you're thinking of, but sure.
And you
Knights.
said you mentioned miniatures. Are we all tiny?
Yep.
Cool.
No, the fantasy miniature war game. But
Oh, okay. So,
yeah.
it's something you also know nothing about, Todd. We'll cover it later.
Okay.
Needless to say, Kyle's the only one experienced in this game whatsoever.
Yeah. I've played this edition, and I've played 2nd edition back in the day.
And you played the actual Warhammer game a lot, right?
I've played Warhammer Fantasy one time.
Okay.
Okay, so you're
Yeah.
mostly like a 40K?
Yeah, I've played 40K multiple times, but I've only played Warhammer Fantasy once. It was fun when I played it 20 years ago. So everybody has a character sheet, and so one thing I like that they do in this system is you don't have to roll randomly. You could go in and pick everything about your character if there's a very specific character you wanted to play.
That's a thick-looking book. Let's roll randomly. Well, I'm just flashing back to creating G.I. Joe characters in the 14 hours it took to do that.
That's right. Yeah. But if you roll randomly, you get bonus XP to spend in character creation.
Okay.
Wow, fantastic.
So, for example, your species is the first thing you're going to roll for, and your options are human, dwarf, halfling, or high elf. You could just pick, or wood elf. There's different kinds of elves. You could just pick, I want to be a high elf. Okay. If you roll randomly, you get plus 20 XP if you accept the result of your roll.
Okay.
Cool.
Now, it is weighted. Like, you have a 90% chance of being human.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a very humanocentric setting.
Okay. Is that lame? That kind of sounds lame.
I think humans in Warhammer are cool.
Oh, okay.
They're terrible.
I mean, they're awful in real life.
They're awful in this setting. But on the bright side, everybody's awful. The dwarves are jerks. The elves are arrogant. I guess the halflings are fine. They just sit in their little moot making
Smoking
meat pies.
weed.
Yeah. Though their moot is right next to the vampire kingdoms, so...
Bungo Tuk Tuk may return here.
Bungo Tuk Tuk. A Warhammer Fantasy Bungo Tuk Tuk would have to have multiple scars, a peg leg, and
Oh, yeah.
no vocal cords. Yeah, I told the guys before we...
He's totally silent.
Yeah.
He speaks via recorder.
I told the guys before we started that it was Warhammer Fantasy was referred to as the Mud and Blood RPG back in the day because you were probably going to die in it.
Well, all right.
Who wants to roll first?
I will.
So most of the random rolls are going to be percentile.
Oh, okay.
D100.
All right, I rolled a 49.
Human. Corey.
Is that how you're addressing me?
Human person.
Welcome, human Corey.
Don't I always? I don't know.
I guess so, now to think about it. 76.
Human. Todd.
Yeah.
50.
Also human.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Is this a thing where it's like human, brown hair, human, blonde? Is it like that lame?
Well, you can decide all. I don't think it handles any like physical
Okay, so it's not
characteristics.
like you're a human from Akron, you're a human from Bolivia, you know.
No, all your characters will be humans from what's called the Reichland, which is the central province of the Empire.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so you're a Reichlander humans, and you get 20 bonus XP.
Cool.
Now, if one of you really wants to be something not human, you can say so now, and you don't get the 20 XP, but you can pick your species.
Yeah,
we can be human. We'll start out that way. Might change it later. Who knows? I might die tomorrow.
So I was listening to a podcast called Adventures in Lollygagging, which one of our Patreon members recommended, and I liked it. And they have this thing where people they live stream, which we can never do because of all the shit we say that can't be allowed to get out to the world.
We're truly awful people.
But when they're live streaming, someone can, I guess, give them a tip and introduce a complication if somebody messes up a roll.
Oh my God, what a fantastic idea.
So if somebody
like it.
buys us a coffee on Ko-Fi, I'm going to stab Austin.
Cool.
Not his character.
Yeah, no. I have to still be able to read while bleeding out.
That's all. Yeah. I mean, nothing that would impede him from the game, just like a rib.
My rolls would improve.
Okay, so the next thing you're going to roll for is your class and your career.
Okay, still percentile?
Yeah, again, you can choose these, but if you roll randomly, you get 50 XP. So basically, you're going to roll for a broader career, like peasant or
Yes.
or riverfolk.
CPA.
Yeah,
Ombudsman.
but within that, so once you get a career, like let's say you rolled for a burger to be a burger, there's multiple classes within that. So there's going to be 2 rolls here. So Austin, let's roll for your class.
Okay. It's a 74.
Your class is riverfolk.
Okay.
A wrecker.
A wrecker?
If you keep that, you get 50 XP.
Okay.
If you like, you can roll twice more and have 3 total choices, and you pick one of those, but you'd only get 25 XP. If you just want to pick, you get no XP.
Okay, yeah, I'm going to forego a little bit of XP. I'll get 2 more options to pick from.
Okay, roll again.
That's a 60.
Okay, so your class is ranger, and your career would be witch hunter.
Okay, feeling pretty strongly. What's
Which, yeah, they're really cool, and I hate that you rolled it. Roll again.
I'm assuming rangers aren't hosed in this game like they are in D&D.
No.
94.
Warrior pit fighter.
Okay.
Ooh.
I mean, of those, I would say witch hunter's probably,
Yeah, that's what I'm going with.
yeah.
Yeah, but you could know how to fish if you choose riverfolk.
I think
Teach a man to fish. Have you never heard that?
I'm tired of you guys getting like telekinesis and the ability to fly, and I get like a plow in a farm.
Well, you're gonna fuck up either way.
By the way, just so you know, the wreckers are people that roam the river edges, and essentially they're river pirates.
Oh.
Any ship that runs aground, they storm it and loot it. Corey, Todd, which of you goes next?
Oh, is Austin done?
He's done,
Other
finally.
people can fucking roll. All right,
Now that
I'll go.
yeah.
88.
Rogue, it would be the class, and witch would be the career.
I'll take it. So Todd can play too. And not have to sit around and wait on me all day.
Wait, so we have a witch and a witch hunter. Interesting.
Oh, this is going to go terribly
How do
wrong.
we get along?
Well,
Hey.
you're married.
Coming this fall to Fox.
No, witches don't have to be evil, I don't think. But
No, I've
Or
seen
corrupted, but-
I've seen Harold Potter.
what? Oh, wait, no. This is Warhammer. Yeah, no, witches are awful.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah, we'll figure it out.
Is there magic and shit involved? Is
There's
that-
there's magic. in this
okay,
game.
cool.
Is there? I bet there's not.
And that's a 72.
So it was Riverfolk would be the class, and Stevedore would be the career.
Stevedore.
Yeah,
I'll take it.
that's the best.
What's a stevedore?
They move stuff around on boats,
Oh, okay.
like a longshoreman, I think.
Got it.
So Todd and Corey, you guys both get 50 bonus XP. Austin gets 25.
Okay. Does Todd's character work 30 days on, 30 days off?
God.
I mean, he does now.
There's no such things as days off in
Steve
Warhammer.
Hogg.
Yeah, it's more like 30 days off. Steve Hogg. In this setting, it's more like 30 days on, 30 days on.
Right.
Yeah.
In the podcast 6 year, we'll realize that somebody was screaming at him to Steve the door.
What kind of ships do they have in Warhammer?
I mean, this is the Renaissance, so they have full-blown sailing vessels that sail around the world and river boats, and like you would find in Venice or England around 1500.
Okay.
Can Todd be one of those guys in the striped shirts and a long stick that paddles lovers around?
A gondolier?
Yes. But a gondolier.
Yeah.
Gondolier hog.
It's far too romantic a notion for Raglan. He's a guy in a drab burlap vest that pulls around a barge full of corpses.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but he
No.
only references like old Italian musicians that play accordions and shit.
Well,
So the next part is attributes, rolling randomly for your characteristics. You can see them at the top of the sheet. It's your weapon skill, which is for melee weapons, ballistic, which is for guns, and bow and arrow and what have you. Strength, toughness, initiative, agility, dexterity, intelligence, willpower, fellowship, and then you roll for your wounds. So
We come with ready-made wounds.
how many you can take?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you just start with the gout. Or, this isn't My Little Pony.
no, rickets.
Damn it, I got trench mouth.
Now, if you roll straight down the line, roll 2d10 for each of these, and don't move any around or anything, you get 50 bonus XP. If you want, you can roll 10 numbers and assign them how you wish, and you get 25 XP.
Okay.
And finally, if you're still not happy with your results, you can roll again and swap the rolls around with no XP bonus, or ignore the dice completely. And there's a way you can do point buy, which
I was going to say, there's usually a table system for allotting points. We never do that.
yeah, point buy is for weaklings.
Yeah.
So essentially, just roll 2d10 and I'm sorry, for humans, it's 2d10 plus 20 is what you're gonna roll.
Oh, okay.
And each goes, you just roll straight down the line from weapon skill to fellowship. And it's pretty easy.
Okay. We're rolling. And we rolled.
Some of you well.
It was riveting. If you want to hear that, subscribe to the Patreon. 45 minutes of dice sounds.
That's it.
So Todd, what did you roll for your characteristics for your character?
Okay, let's see. The first one, WS, what does that stand for?
Weapon skill.
40.
Okay.
Nice.
Then my BS,
Ballistic skill.
33.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Strength is S, I'm assuming.
Yep.
That's a 28.
That's not bad.
Toughness is also 40.
That's really
Jesus.
What is the I?
good. It's initiative.
36 on that one.
That's pretty good.
God damn.
AG,
Agility.
28. Dexterity is a 30.
Good.
INT,
Intelligence.
35.
Jesus.
Good Lord.
WP,
Willpower.
37.
My God almighty.
The stevedores of the Reich.
This is like just one of those classes. He's going to be the Kwisatz Haderach. The fucking everyman.
Started as a humble barge hand.
Dear
The
Lord.
spice expands consciousness.
Yeah.
Todd's character's just in the corner of a boat commuting with a worm.
Yeah. And my fellowship is 33.
God damn.
What's the lowest roll you had?
28.
Damn.
My God. I did not do as well. My WS, what was that? Whippersnapper?
Yep. Or weapon skill.
Yeah, 30. My BS is 35. Ain't that the truth? S is a 28. Strength, I guess. T.
Toughness.
Just tackling. Is a 29. I's or initiative is 31. Agility is a fucking 22. Dexterity's 27. So not the most agile witch. Intelligence of 33. Willpower 22 and fellowship 30. So yeah.
Don't worry, willpower is not at all important for magic.
Okay. God damn it.
And then, my lowest roll was a 26. Weapon skill 38. Ballistic skill 31. Strength 33. Toughness 31. Initiative 27. Agility 31. Dex 29. Intelligence 31. Willpower 27 and fellowship 26.
That's pretty good. Yeah, since you guys rolled straight down the line, you get 50 XP.
Okay.
Awesome.
The next part is, well, your wounds, we'll figure that out at the end of character creation because it's going to come from your bonuses.
Okay.
The next part is fate and resilience. You're human, so you start with 2 fate and 1 resilience. But you have 3 extra points to allocate between those as you wish.
Just between those two or between...
Between fate and resilience.
Okay.
So fate and resilience represent, the fact that your player characters, you're special. So there's fate and fortune, which in character creation, your fortune is going to start off the same as your fate. A fortune can let you reroll a failed test. You can add a success level to a test after it's rolled, or at the start of the round, you can choose whether to act in that round disregarding initiative order. So with the fortune in combat, reroll, or you go first. Fate, instead of dying, your character is knocked out, left for dead, swept away, etc. Essentially, you won't die if you have a fate to spend. You could also completely avoid incoming damage with fate. You regain fate and fortune different ways. Your fortune It refills at the start of every session. Fate, it takes an extreme act of bravery or heroism to regain. Now, they start off the same. Like, your fortune is going to be the same as your starting fate. Once the game starts, they're not related in that way, I don't believe. Resilience and resolve. So you can spend a resolve to become immune to psychology. That means fear effects for Warhammer mainly. You can ignore all modifiers from critical wounds. So if you're jacked up, but you still want to be able to punch somebody, spend a resolve. You can also remove conditions like prone. There's other ways to, like, that's not the only way to get rid of prone, but if you just want to immediately get rid of it. And when you spend resilience, you can use I Deny You, which you do not develop a rolled mutation from your corruption.
Oh.
Corey, that mainly applies to you.
Okay, good.
Foreshadowing.
Magic can be corrupting in Warhammer. You can also use resilience for I Will Not Fail. Rather than roll the result of the test, you choose the number you want and just put your die on that number. And resilience and resolve are regained differently. Resolve is regained whenever you act according to your motivation, which, we'll handle later. And resilience, that's granted for an act of extreme importance to your motivation. So the example it gives, a character has, they finance a new temple in their village, and that's important to their faith, which would be important to their character. That particular example won't apply to any of you, scum. So basically, resilience is going to come back faster than resolve, almost certainly. But you have, you start at 2 fate and 1 resilience. You have 3 extra points to allocate between those.
Okay, I bumped my fate up to 3 and my resilience up to 3.
I went fate 4 and resilience 2.
I did the 3 fate, 3 resilience.
Cool. So your fortune is whatever your fate is, and your resolve is whatever your resilience is. You're human, so your movement starts at 4. Your walk is 8, and your run is 16. So next is characteristic advances. Corey, what was your class and career?
Rogue Witch.
You have 5 advance points you can allocate between 3 different characteristics, and 1 advance point is worth 1 characteristic point. So if something was a 20, you could spend an advance point and make it a 21. You can allocate these 5 points between weapon skill, toughness, and willpower. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Todd, you're a stevedore, right?
Of course.
So you have
The chosen stevedore.
So you have 5 characteristic advances. No, it says here 28. No, I'm kidding. It's 5.
Damn.
It's 5. Between weapon skill, toughness, and initiative. So you could do 2, 2, and 1, 1, 1, and 3, however you want to break it up. Austin, you're the witch hunter.
Yes.
5 advances between weapon skill, toughness, and willpower.
Okay.
And you can put them all in 1 characteristic if you wish.
I fucking did. I put all mine into willpower because I had a 22, and I think my witchery needs it.
Yes.
Okay. So it's now a 27. As Todd goes Super Saiyan over here.
Todd's going to end up with, what's your strength? 60.
Yeah, I added 1 each to my weapon strength and my toughness, so they're both 41 now. And added 3 to my initiative, so it is 39.
Okay, so we haven't talked about this. Your characteristics have bonuses. So, for example, your current initiative bonus is 3 because it's out of 39. Anything in the 30 would make it a 3. If you put one more, if you get 1 more point into that and it goes up to 40, it's a 4.
I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, I'm already basically Warhammer Jesus, so, I'm
The lowly
good.
son of a carpenter. Yes.
So the next is going to be skills and talents. You're going to get some skills from your species, in case all of you is human, and some from your class and career. So, for example, if you look on your sheet and say the skill of climb, if you took the climb skill, you'd get a number of advances in that. You put that in the advance box. Besides strength, you'd put your characteristic, which is whatever your strength is. And your skill number is going to be the sum of those two.
Okay.
And if you get a skill multiple times, you get that your advance doesn't necessarily go up by 1. It would go up by whatever number is in the advance, I believe. So species, skills, and talents. Each species has a variety of skills and talents. Yes. You get to choose 3 skills from the options I'll give you to put 5 advances in, and 3 skills to get 3 advances. So 3 and 5 and 3 and 3. So for humans, you can choose animal care, charm, cool, evaluate, gossip, haggle, Language, Bretonnian. That's medieval France. It's a neighboring country. Language, Wastelander. Those are the Dutch. I'm not even kidding.
What?
Yeah. Leadership, Lore Reichland, Melee Basic, or Ranged Bow. So 3 of those you can take 5 advances in, 3 of them you can take 3 in. All right, so what skills did everybody take from their human species options?
All right, so my character is a witch hunter, so I assume well-traveled. So I took both of those languages in advanced skills, plus the ranged bow skill. And then from basic skills, I gave big advances to melee basic and stealth, and minor advancement to outdoor survival.
Todd, what'd you take?
I took lore and evaluate as my advanced skills.
Cool.
And then I added to my basic melee. I added to my haggle, my cool, and my charm.
Now make sure for lore it's specified as Reichland.
Reichland.
Yeah, because there are multiple lore specializations.
So he basically knows a lot of the lore of our home territory.
Yep. The barge goes lots of places, Austin.
Of course.
Corey, what'd you take for your witch?
I decided to decline. No, I took
Cool.
animal care, ranged bow, gossip, melee basic, cool, and charm.
Cool.
All right, so the next part for your species is your talents, and there's a box at the bottom left-hand corner of your character sheet for talents. These are like feats from D&D. They
Okay.
allow your character to do different things,
Like walk.
like walk. Mm-hmm.
That's what I do with my. That's what I do with my feats.
Unfortunately, the witch does not start with walk. She
or,
has
or
to.
feet.
Yeah, they have to be carted around. No, so humans start with doomed. You all are doomed. 'Cause you're
Okay.
human.
That's a talent?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can choose between savvy or suave, and I'll tell you the difference. So savvy, you gain a permanent +5 bonus to your starting intelligence. For suave, you get a +5 to your fellowship.
I will be savvy.
I'll be suave.
I will also be savvy.
And that gives me a +5 to my intelligence?
Yep.
Cool.
And does doomed give us anything, or is that just...
Doomed!
Hey.
At the age of 10, a priest of Mor, that would be the god of death, called a doomsayer, took you aside to foretell your death in an incense-laden coming-of-age ritual called the Dooming. Happy place, Warhammer.
Yeah.
In conjunction with your GM, come up with a suitable dooming. Should your character die in a fashion that matches your dooming, your next character gains a bonus of half the XP from your dead character.
Sounds like church camp.
So here's some examples of doomings. And these, you don't want your dooming to be shot in the face, right? It needs to be...
Agreed.
It's better if there is a little bit of poetic license to it, and it's kind of something like decrepit... scripture-fueled priest would tell you. So, for example, from darkness cometh the raven, right? That's a potential doom, that example they give. Beasts of the field hath eyes for thee. Absence makes the heart grow weaker. The drummer beats out thine end. Thine end is not thine end. High places bring a low end. So it needs to be open. The best dooming is one that's open to some interpretation, but seems foreboding. So you guys could pick one of these that they just give as examples, or you could come up with your own.
All right. My character actually has a pretty low fellowship. That's the lowest characteristic I've got. So we're going to say he's pretty paranoid of friends and close acquaintances. So we'll say that's because it was prophesied that he will be betrayed by someone.
So your dooming could be something like friends like these.
Yeah.
You can use that one if you want.
Cool.
Todd, what do you think?
My dooming is a dream is like a river, ever changing as it flows.
Good. Very good.
Isn't that a Sting lyric?
Garth Brooks, actually.
Oh, is it really?
Nicely done, Corey.
Dear Lord.
I knew that one.
God damn. You guys suck.
Corey, what do you got?
Bit by a spider. No. No, my doomed is fire, smoke she is arising, which is a lyric from the popular cult song Firewoman.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, song lyrics is probably, that's just a good resource for these. I
Oh,
think.
yeah.
Okay, so there,
I almost went with Don't Want No Scrubs.
So as humans, you're also going to get 3 random talents that you do have to roll randomly for.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Awesome.
And I don't think you get a choice on these. I believe you have to roll them. If you get a talent you already have, you get to reroll.
Okay.
And what are we doing? Percentile or 2d10 on this?
Percentiles.
Okay. And we're rolling.
Okay, so for your first random talent, Todd, what'd you get?
24.
24 is flee with an exclamation point. Corey?
Like flea, like from the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that, except
Got
not
a
at all.
Got a sock on your pecker.
Except not that.
I got a 90.
Supernumerate.
The fuck does that mean?
2 words. We'll cover it.
Okay.
Austin?
87.
Suave. So you're suave now. You get a +5 to fellowship.
Okay.
All right, everybody get ready and roll again.
21.
Craftsman, any one. So basically, you'll be some kind of a craftsman. So the trades you can get are apothecary, calligrapher, chandler, it makes candles, carpenter, cook, embalmer, smith, or tanner.
I'm going to say Smith.
Okay. Todd?
97.
Very strong. Corey, what'd you get?
18.
Cool-headed.
Okie dokie.
And everyone roll again.
All right.
Corey, what'd you get?
51.
Noble blood. Todd?
Interesting.
26.
Hardy. That means you're one of the Hardy boys.
Uh,
You get a twin brother and a mystery.
You get a +10 in detective.
And a friend named Nancy.
Austin?
78.
6 cents.
Ooh, okay.
So everybody's got 3, right?
Yep.
Austin talks to an imaginary Bruce Willis.
So Corey, which of the 3 you got?
Supernumerate, cool-headed, and noble blood.
Supernumerate. You have a gift for calculation and can work out the solution to most mathematical problems with ease. You get to use a calculator if you want.
Okay.
Noble blood. Your character, is born into the nobility or otherwise elevated to it. Assuming you're dressed appropriately, you are always considered of higher social status than others unless they also have noble blood. Social status is fairly important in the Empire. It is the Renaissance, late Middle Ages.
Okay.
Cool-headed just gives you a +5 to your willpower.
Okie dokie.
Austin, what were your 3?
Suave, which I already factored. Craftsman and Sixth Sense.
Right. Craftsman, you took
Smith.
Smith. So what that's going to do is that's going to add that trade skill to any career that you enter. You don't automatically get the skill.
Oh, okay.
So make a note that you can get Craftsman Smith, in parentheses, in your career.
All right. And my last skill was Sixth Sense, which I bet just gives me a bonus to initiative.
Not at all. You get a strange feeling when you're threatened and can react accordingly. The GM may warn you if you're walking into danger. This will normally come after a secret intuition test on your behalf. Further, you may ignore surprise if you pass an intuition test. Todd, what were your 3?
Flea.
Right.
Very strong and hardy.
Flee, very strong and hardy. Flee, when your life is on the line, you're capable of impressive bursts of speed. So when you're running away from something, your movement attribute counts as 1 higher.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Nice.
Todd's legs start spinning like a Looney Tunes character.
just go tornadoing across like the Tasmanian devil.
Very strong, you just get a +5 to your characteristic strength.
Nice.
Dear Lord.
And what was your last one?
Hardy. I make good burgers.
His name's Carl.
So you gain a permanent addition to your wounds equal to your toughness bonus. So your wounds are going to be your strength bonus, toughness bonus times 2, plus your willpower bonus, plus your toughness bonus.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Can he borrow that calculator?
No.
No.
All right. And that is all your human stuff. Now we go to career skills and talents. Corey, let's do the witch first, because the witch is the most interesting.
Okay.
The rest of your characters suck, except for Todd's, who's magical. So, in the Warhammer universe, in Reichland, in the Empire, you can't wield magic unless you have a license from the government, basically.
Oh.
Witches are people that don't have the license.
Ah.
However, basically what we're going to, since you're traveling with a witch hunter, or who are people that hunt down people that use magic without a license, essentially, and chaos corrupted things.
Right. Well, I used to have one, but I got a magic DUI.
I would like to point out my career just got way less cool.
Well, they hunt down witches because people that tend to not use magic in a very controlled way often go insane, become possessed by demons, and unleash terrible ravages upon the land.
Of course.
Oh, so MAGA.
Yeah.
Well,
So what we're going to say is Corey's character has been discovered by witch hunters and is going to be licensed. Like, your character has testified that they're down with that. You just haven't officially been trained in the colleges yet. The colleges of magic in Altdorf.
Okay.
So every career is going to give you 8 skills and 4 talents and 40 skill advances for your character.
Dear Lord. This is
well,
some Ninja Turtle
Jesus.
bullshit.
Well, the easiest thing to do is just put 5 in each of the 8 and you're done.
Okay.
The witch, which your career path is Hexer. Your first skill is channeling, which is an advanced skill. You also get cool, endurance, gossip, intimidate, language, magic, sleight of hand, and stealth, rural. You also get the talents criminal, instinctive diction, menacing, and petty magic. And there are some trappings, which is basically equipment, but we'll deal with that later. Austin, witch hunter, your skills are charm, consume alcohol, heal, advanced, intimidate, intuition, lore, torture. You know lots about torture.
Well,
Melee, fist, and perception, which is a basic skill. Your talents are cool-headed, menacing, read and write, and resolute. All right, Todd, your skills: athletics, climb, consume alcohol, dodge, endurance, gossip, melee basic, swim, and there's this other skill that says I'm just good at everything, plus 20. I don't know what that means. Todd, your talents. Stevedore's the best character at the table, by the way.
Right.
Your first talent is dirty fighting. Strong back, sturdy, and very strong. So don't you already have sturdy and very strong? I'm pretty sure you get them again.
I had very strong. I have hardy.
Hardy.
So yeah, I have very strong twice. I honestly feel like this is an ancestor of Barge Hog.
absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah, easily.
So for very strong, your strength's going to go up by 5 again.
Dear God.
So for sturdy, you have a brawny physique. That's putting it mildly. Mm-hmm. You're used to carrying things. Increase the number of encumbrance points you can carry by your sturdy level times 2. So it makes you can carry tons of crap. Okay, so strong back. So there's a thing called opposed tests in this game, which is essentially you're being opposed by another character and you both roll to see who wins. And when you are in an opposed strength test, you get to add your ranks. You get to essentially add your strong back in as success levels. So basically all these things will just make you better at being strong.
Yeah.
Dirty fighting. You've been taught all the tricks of unarmed combat. You can choose to do an extra +1 damage for each level of dirty fighting on any successful melee brawling hit. Using this talent will be seen as cheating in any formal bout, which I doubt you're going to be in. So essentially, if you're brawling and you engage in dirty fighting, you get to do more damage.
So I can use a metal chair.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, Corey, criminal. It just says here you're executed at dawn.
Oh, hello.
No. So in this game, there are downtime activities that take place in between adventures, and we're not going to get full into those right now, but those are called endeavors. Basically, what criminal means is if you're in between adventures, if your character is doing an endeavor, you're going to make more money.
Oh, really quick, you didn't say what my career path was.
Yeah. Todd, your career path is dockhand. Austin, yours is interrogator.
Okay.
So, Corey, your instinctive diction relates to using magic. So, normally in this game, if you roll doubles, like 1, 1, 2, 2, or whatever, and you fail the roll, for casting a spell, that would be a miscast, which is bad. Your instinctive diction means that you don't do that. You do not suffer a miscast on double rolls.
Okay.
Which is a very good thing. You're also menacing. When you use Intimidate, you get a bonus equal to your level of menacing, which, of course, right now is just 1. So you also have Petty Magic. You can cast magic and have mastered techniques to control it at a basic level. When you take this talent, you manifest and permanently memorize a number of spells equal to your willpower bonus. So what is your willpower bonus?
My willpower is 32.
So that means your willpower bonus is 3.
Okay.
And you can learn extra spells by spending XP if you wish.
Okay.
So if your willpower bonus is 3, it will cost you 50 XP for the first 3 spells, then 100 for the next 3, and so on. So Austin, cool-headed, we have covered that. And menacing, it works the same as Corey's. You get a bonus to your Intimidate equal to your menacing level. Read and write. Pretty sure you can just read and write. well, it's assumed you could read, write all the language you speak. Did you take language Bretonnian?
Yes.
Okay. And resolute. So you get to add your resolute level to a strength bonus when you charge. So essentially on a charge, you do more.
Okay.
You get more of a benefit. So those are the core of your characters. You do have extra XP to spend because you guys rolled everything randomly. Well, mostly randomly. And you're going to get some equipment and come up with your names and things. Does anybody have a name for their character they've been working on?
I was just going to call mine Stevie Door.
Well,
Thanks, Todd.
Yeah.
Thanks. Stevie Door, the best character in Warhammer.
I'm thinking about it, but I'll probably change my mind in 3 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't quite have a name yet.
So trappings is next. This is just equipment. Just make notes of this. So you're going to get trappings from your class, which is in for you guys would be Ranger, Riverfolk, or Rogues. So Corey, you're a rogue, so you're going to get clothing, a dagger, a pouch, which you can put in whatever you want, a sling bag with 2 candles, roll a d10.
3.
You have 3 matches, and your choice of either a hood or a mask.
Not both.
I'm going mask.
Oh,
Cool, of course.
obviously.
Austin, you have a cloak, clothing, dagger, pouch. Again, you can put whatever you want in there, but nothing weird. A backpack containing a tinderbox, a blanket, and rations for 1 day. So, nothing that exciting. Todd, you have a cloak, clothing, a dagger, noticing a trend here, a pouch, a sling bag containing a flask of spirits, which
Nice.
I'm hoping means alcohol and not ghosts. A speedboat, 2 jet skis,
I got a Sea-Doo.
and
Magic ring with a uniform in it.
Yeah, there we go.
unfortunately, it's only half a life jacket. No, flask of spirits was the last thing.
Okay.
And everybody roll 2d10.
I got a 7 and a 2.
Oh, I'm sorry, Austin. You roll. You're of higher status than these poor people, so you roll 1d10.
Oh. 7 again.
So you have 7 silver. Todd, what'd you get?
I rolled a 10 and a 7.
You have 17 brass pennies. Corey,
13.
jaundice.
Go, fuck.
13 brass pennies. Corey, you also get candles, chalk, doll, and pins. I'm assuming it's supposed to be some sort of voodoo doll, or maybe you just have a weird hobby.
Oh, I'm sure he'll describe it at length.
Okay.
Todd, you get a hand weapon, which is a boat hook,
Nice.
and leather gloves. Austin, you get a hand weapon of your choice. A lot of the basic weapons of this game, they don't differentiate them. Like, you can have a sword, it just does as much damage as like a mace or a cudgel, or it's kind of all the same, unless you've got a really specialized weapon. You also have instruments of torture.
Okay.
Jesus.
So, of course, you guys can all add the detail to your characters, like the name, age, hair, eye color, height, psychology, and ambition.
I'm writing down torture kit.
Yep, you got a torture kit. And you can roll for your age if you wish. It doesn't give you any bonus XP or anything, or you can just pick.
What do we roll?
A D10.
That's a 10.
You're 25.
Cool.
Yeah, fuck it. I'll roll.
All right.
3.
You are 18.
6.
21.
Cool.
I mean, you can also roll for your hair and eye color as well if you wish. But again, not required.
Yeah, that's boring.
So the most important thing probably is your ambitions, which are your character's life goals, which you want short and long term. So a short-term ambition should be something that you think you can achieve within days or weeks, maybe sooner. Long-term is something you realize will probably be months or years to complete. So a short-term goal might be avenging a comrade, becoming friends with a scholar, ruining the reputation of a rival. Long-term ambition, owning your own inn, building your village into a thriving town, or ridding the College of Magic of elven influence. So, and when you achieve an ambition, you get experience points.
So there's no way to roll randomly for these.
No, there's not.
Okay.
But there's also a party ambition, right? And
Yeah, there it is. Woo!
and this is how hammered you want to get at the next kegger.
Yay.
No, your party ambition is something that you as a group are trying to accomplish, which a short-term party goal might be outridding a rival group or hunting down the killer of a lost party member. Long-term ambitions, eradicate an empire-wide chaos cult, become heroes of the empire, etc. And you get XP for doing party ambitions. Pretty straightforward. Ambitions are what you're trying to do. And right away, it's clear This group is definitely going to be led by the Witch Hunter. The Stevedore and the Witch are essentially the Witch Hunter's assistants, helpers. Maybe the Witch is with the Witch Hunter because he found the Witch, and Austin's character will eventually get back to Altdorf, and then the Witch will go to the Imperial College of Magic.
Okay.
Because the Witch Hunter definitely has the highest social status by a significant margin.
Okay. I've got noble blood, so I guess I'm second place.
You do have noble blood. Unfortunately, you are a witch and a criminal.
Yeah, well.
Which lowers your status.
Rude.
Yeah. Your status it's given in metallic terms, so to speak. Austin's character is silver, and Corey and Todd, your characters are brass. So, with your bonus XP, you can advance your characteristics and your skills. One advance in a characteristic is 25 XP, depending on how many advances you've already taken. So, Todd, how many advances do you have in strength?
Just one.
Okay, so that means if you wanted to spend XP that you have right now to increase your strength, for each new advance of one, it costs 25 XP.
Okay.
Now, if you wanted to buy advances in a skill, it costs 10 XP. Skills go up faster than characteristics. But with XP, you can also get talents if you wanted new talents. So, for example, you could take an additional talent in something like Strong Back.
Cool.
And it's 100 XP plus 100 for each time that the talent's already been taken.
Okay. Does anybody have 100 XP?
I've got 120.
Oh, okay.
Same.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, I've just got 95.
Yeah, because you wanted to be cool and be a witch hunter.
Oh, yeah, because I gave myself options on the class.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so then I'm just going to take characteristic advancements then.
Yeah, characteristic advancements are probably the most efficient use because it affects all of your skills. Now, if you've had something that has had more than 5 advances, it gets more expensive. But we'll worry about calculating your XP for new characteristics and skills later. Let's talk about magic, Corey.
Okay.
So there's a big long list of petty spells, and I'll read those with words, and you can spend XP for these. Here's the list. Animal Friend. Bearings. I think that's ball bearings. I think you generate ball bearings.
Everything's going to ball bearings
That's
these
right.
days.
Yeah.
John Cocktoast toasting.
Dazzle.
Dainty
Dazzle. New listeners are very confused. Careful Step. Conserve. Dart. Drain. Eavesdrop. Gust. Light. Magic Flame. Marsh Lights. Murmured Whisper. Open Lock. Produce Small Animal. Protection from Rain. Purify. Rot. Sleep. Spring. Shock. Sly Hands. Sounds. Twitch. Or Warning. Produce Small Animal is the most interesting.
Yep.
You reach into a bag, pocket, or hat, or under a rock, bush, or burrow, producing a small animal of the type you would expect to find in the vicinity.
Okay, so I've chosen my petty magics
Okay.
or spells.
Let me guess. Purify Water was your first one.
Right.
And your second one.
And you said we could rename these if we wanted to.
You absolutely can.
I did.
So in the lore of the game, petty spells are not like codified by any institution or magical tradition.
Okay.
It's things your character has just picked up on as you're essentially a self-taught magic user.
Okay. So I chose Drain, which damages somebody that I touch, and I can heal wounds with it.
That's right.
But I renamed it to Don't Come Around Here No More for my petty skill.
Sure.
Get it?
I get it.
God, that's going to be a pain in the ass come like episode 3.
Also chose Animal Friend, obviously. I can like charm an animal for an hour.
Yeah.
But I think it's specifically wild animals.
Yes,
domesticated animals you can't.
Right. They have to have the bestial trait, which is going to be anything in the wilderness. You can't charm animal a cow.
Okay. The domesticated cow. And I renamed that one Here Comes My Girl.
This does not work on boy animals. No, of course it does.
I would like to add that I came up with Stevie's ambitions.
Oh God. Okay.
His long-term ambition is boat.
Sure.
Wants a boat.
Yeah, it makes sense. I get it. Sure.
And his short-term ambition is eat.
There we go.
I love Steve.
Yeah, I've got my short-term ambition. I'll think about the long-term one, but the short-term ambition is to get my magic learner's permit.
Sure. Yeah.
You gotta get that for the license.
And then my character's ambitions are, I did start to flesh this character out a little bit more, the more you talked about how magic works in this world. So everything's kind of regulated and codified, but there are these outlier, like petty spells and stuff like that. It's kind of very interesting culture. So my character is basically like Josh Brolin's character in Inherent Vice.
Okay.
He's a witch hunter, but it's only because he wants very desperately to be involved in this world. So my short-term ambition is to learn a magic spell, and my long-term ambition is to democratize magic for the population at large.
Oh, God. I didn't realize you were making such a tragic character.
Right?
Yeah. The reason magic is so codified and stratified and with such brutal restrictions is because it is so psychotically dangerous.
Yeah.
In Warhammer Fantasy.
I mean, of course that would be my ambition. I know nothing about it, Kyle.
So it's like, hi, I'm Austin. I'm going to pick the worst thing for my character.
My character's name is Dunning-Kruger.
There we go. Well, my character, okay, I got a long-term ambition now. Stop Austin from doing that. Because I know how magic is, and it's a bad scene, and everybody don't need to be using it.
Yeah.
Austin's the witch hunter that just gives people a slap on the wrist. The next day, the village is gone.
Well, my purpose is to hunt down the witches that give magic a bad name.
Oh, okay. Well, because there's a lot of those.
In
right?
the back of your Dragula.
Nice.
Man, lots of musical references in this.
It's I've always considered Warhammer
Creation.
Fantasy a musical world.
Well, sure.
Well, but those are our Warhammer Fantasy characters. I think they're going to be pretty good.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
I like it.
Well, thank you for listening. This is generally the sort of thing we put only on our Patreon feed, but we thought we'd throw it out there because Warhammer Fantasy is such a fun game for character creation.
Yeah, that was pretty fun.
Yeah, so now you get a little peek behind the curtain.
Yeah, and if you want to join our Patreon, you can find us on patreon.com/bastardquest.
That's correct.
And thank you to all our Patreon members. Some of you will be featured in the Warhammer world, and it's going to go terribly wrong probably for you and the players.
Yeah.
Probably at my hands.
And if you want a discount on some cool dice, you can go to norsefoundry.com and get the bastard discount at checkout. Put CHAM, C-H-A-M, in the box there. They got dice holders, apparel, dice that smell. Like, you can get a small animal now. Like, they'll send you a woodchuck.
Yeah. I got the skunk dice.
Nice.
I don't recommend it.
Well,
Yeah.
And we would also like to thank our sponsor, Barrel and Bond, in beautiful downtown Paducah, 100 Broadway, right at the foot of the Ohio River.
The rumors are not true. You do not need a license to enter the restroom.
yeah.
But there's a guy in there named Steve who
Right.
just yells boat as you come in.
Be careful, because he's enthusiastic about that door.
Thank you to all our listeners. Thank you for sticking it out and
Yep.
listening to Bastard Quest.
We'll
We
be
appreciate
playing some Warhammer next.
it. Thank you for listening. I'm Kyle.
I'm Todd.
Corey.
I'm Austin.